Hello and welcome back to CookieRun Breakout with Altroy Galcon. Finally, after a full entire year without uploading any kind of this content, the Escape from the Oven Breakout Map, I finally did it! Wow! And what a map and what kind of progress that we are going to have today. And if you are really interested in the run that I did over a year ago, then you can click the link at the top right of the screen. And if you like this kind of content, then be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you won't miss out on anything that I put on this channel. Everything is free, you don't need to pay, and by subscribing you make this channel grow and flourish even more, which makes me happy so I can create more content for you to watch. Finally, I am back in Escape from the Oven, the very first breakout map in the entire CookieRunOvenBreak's history. This map traces back all the way to the very beginning. This map was released in Season 2 in 2017, and this map has received quite a lot of changes throughout the years. And in fact, this is the map that received the most changes out of all CookieRunOvenBreak's breakout map. Such as in Season 4, where Devsisters reduced the amount of cookies that you can run on this map from 20 to just 12. And in Season 6, they also changed a bunch of things also. First of which was the rewards that you get from completing this map was changed. At first, it was Sea Fairy, Wind Archer, or Moonlight Cookie. That's the 3 cookies that you can get by completing the map and receiving the rewards at the end of the week, into Dark Enchanted Cookie and her pet. That change took place in Season 6. And also, what is changed in Season 6 was the reduced amount of cookies that you can run in this particular breakout map. It goes down from 12 cookies to the currently we have, which is 10 cookies. There was another change that also occurred in Season 6, but I can't figure it out where it took place. So basically, people complained that the stages take way too long. I mean, at the time, we only run with 10 cookies, but then we have 24 stages that we have to conquer. So in order to be able to make into the end of the map, Devsisters reduced the amount of maps that we run at. So believe it or not, the last video that I did in Escape from the Oven, which takes a year ago, was one of the last videos where this map has like the most complete version of itself. And I tried to find the answer through the CookieRun's Wikia. Well, I mean Wikia, it's more like fandom wiki, but it's one of the most comprehensive sources that we could find, but they are not so sure either. They say it took place when Lychee Dragon Cookie was announced, and also Rambutan Cookie. But as I said, they're not so sure either. So if you know where that particular change took place, you can comment in the section down below. But we are sure that it took place during Season 6. But what I do know is the fact that this stage, Creepy Ghost Hideout, is not the original stage 1-4. The original stage of 1-4 requires us to go through a graveyard or cemetery, whatever what you call it, and the stage name is called Spooky Ghost Cemetery. I have to consult into the Wikia as well, just to make sure that I didn't send the wrong information. I was planning to make a video about those massive changes in the past, but sadly that never got into fruition, because when I create a brand new video, especially about the breakout mode, usually that video lasts for like almost 2 hours, and sometimes can be more than 2 hours if I don't edit everything out. And also added to the fact that Creepy Kitchen still exists, it's still one of the most difficult and demanding stage in the entire game. Yeah, I just lost interest basically. Although there were some strats which are very interesting to watch. For example, Peppercorn Cookies strats with Magic Compass, the Guardian Shield, and I cannot forget what's the third treasure. But basically the idea was we want to take advantage of the bonus time, because he will enter bonus time twice in his run. And there was also another strategy with Chestnut Cookie, which requires you to paddle his tricycle at a very specific time. There were also strategies with Vagabond Cookie that you have to equip him with whipped cream cookies pet. So the idea is we need to get him as far as possible by using several techniques, and also that same thing applies to Rebel Cookie, which fun fact it plays on the exact same stage. And last but not least, there were the potato cookie strat that you have to time the place where he dies, and that specific timing is so precise that throughout the entire strategy's existence I just not be able to do it. And speaking of some of the removed stages that went back into this current Escape from the Oven version, the map that I'm currently running in is also one of the stages that got removed at the rework during season 6, but apparently it's come back now. And yeah, this was supposed to be the final stage in Chapter 1, the Damn Underground channel, but during the rework that in season 6, the second one, this thing got removed, and instead the Rocky Mall Cave was marked as the end of stage 1. Rocky Mall stage is the place where Kumiho Cookie Style takes place. And oh yeah, how could I forget the strategy with String Gummy Cookie at the Rocky Mall Cave. So basically you have to deliberately mess up the pathing, the original pathing, and create your own pathing in order to the cookie do the final skill one last time before String Gummy Cookie gets knocked out because he has no health left. And that is pretty much every strategy that I remember when I didn't create this video. But thankfully every single strategy that I mentioned is now in the past, so I don't need to be worried about every one of those anymore. But what I do want to show you is, you might have noticed that I deliberately skipped the U part, and that's because later on in the run I'm going to enter bonus time 3 times basically. So in order to do that, I have to deliberately skip the U part just before we supposed to do a second time bonus time with Electric Eel Cookie right here. However, because the strategy that I'm about to do is much better than Electric Cookie's ability, that is why I'm skipping the second part where I'm supposed to get the bonus time for the second time. And coming right up is a stage that throughout my experience playing this game, everyone loves this stage, including myself. This is Ribbit Mushroom Forest. This is the place where there is no possibility way that a cookie can run out of health, unless of course you have like no health left. But as you can see, there's a lot of small potions to be collected, and by the end of this stage, Electric Eel Cookie's health will be much bigger in terms of the bar compared to the very first time when we entered this particular stage. And this is also one of those stages that got removed during the season 6 breakout rework, the second one. And I think this is the very first time we saw this thing on the map rotation for the Escape from the Oven map. And you might have noticed that at the start of entering that stage, Electric Cookie's health is less than a third remaining, but by the end of the stage, Electric Cookie's health is more than half of it. This is the reason why we love that stage, and we can take use of this advantage by making him run all the way to almost at the end of Chapter 2. But I have to make sure that I didn't create any silly mistakes like that, because if I create even more silly mistake, then I could like crash or fall into the abyss down below or crash into an obstacle. And when that happens, when I hit the restart button, I have to start all the way back to the end of stage 1, and that's really an experience that I do not want to repeat. Also, that is required. We have to skip all of those U's in that particular I don't know, was it Yeti or something like that, but basically we have to skip all the U's there. And also I deliberately broke the shield right there because that's actually the strategy in order to get Electric Cookie skill for the final time. But thankfully the next combi that I'm going to use is Potato Cookie, but unlike the strategy that I explained earlier, this one doesn't require a bunch of tricks. We just have to run it perfectly. And coming right up is a stage that for new players will absolutely hate. This is stage 2-6. This is Frozen Sea Cave. This is the reason why the main feature of this particular map got new players hate, because you know it's only partly light, and yeah, there you go. There's a lot of tricky jumps that you have to do. I mean, I did it way easier than it looks, but trust me, when I did this as a new player back in the day, oh, this was such a terrifying stage to conquer. Wait a minute, is this the new stage 2.6? Oh my god! Oh, Devsisters actually removed one of the stages, which is the original stage 2-6. It's the Yeti's Frozen Warehouse, and that's the stage where you need to collect lots and lots of coins, because like that's the main feature of that particular stage. And let's see what's the next one. Oh, Moonlight Night Sea. So they actually skipped the giant fish dock, which is the place where Salt Cookies trial takes place, and also that's the place where there is a lot of rainbow berry jellies to collect. And I can also remember the strategy with Chestnut Cookie. At the time, there is no way for you to collect the rainbow berry jellies if in case that was like in the sky, simply because Chestnut Cookie's skill requires you to send a bunch of newspaper into some houses, and then you have also need to speed up in order to make the most out of it. But the problem is it's impossible to collect the rainbow berry jellies if Chestnut Cookie does the skill, because both of the jump and slide button was replaced with paddling the tricycle harder and throwing the newspapers. And coming right up is the strategy where I'm going to enter bonus time for 3 times during Dim Cookie's run. Because just take a look at the treasure itself: rainbow berry jellies, additional points, and also shield and magic compass. This is the reason why. You see, we enter bonus time for the first time, just do it normally, and then there's also a trick that I forgot how to use it properly, and that caused me not being able to take the advantage of this treasure set properly. I'm pretty sure that pro players can take advantage of that by using a very specific pathing. And apparently in this version, stage 3-1 is a risky wooden bridge, which is not to be the case, because stage 3-1 used to be called Giant Fossil Cliff. So apparently that map got removed in this version, and stage 3-1 is now risky wooden bridge, which used to be the stage 3-2. And in my opinion, Dim Cookie's run in this particular strategy is the main highlight of the entire run, because I can enter bonus time for 3 times basically. And other than that, there are no more complicated strategy that you need to do. Well, other than like run absolutely perfectly, like no crashes and no fall into the abyss down below. So I'm just going to stay silent for the rest of the video, unless there is something that Devsisters decided to change some aspects of this map. And yeah, this is actually my very first run on this particular version of Escape from the Oven. But for now, I'm just going to stay silent until there are things that made me go, well, that's interesting. That's an interesting change that they made on this particular version of Escape from the Oven. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to get that particular potion, because if that's possible, then I can extend game cookies run further and basically make a more advantageous position when the next cookie run. So believe it or not, I'm actually going to put a bit Monarch cookies in as the 7th runner. Actually, was not meant to be the plan. The plan was that I'm going to use Mocha Ray cookie as the 7th runner, and that's because she is the alternative if in case a bit Monarch cookies magic candy situation is that the player hasn't maxed it out yet. So that's the first strategy that I'm going to do. But then there's another alternative which turns out does the things better, which is Shine Musket cookie. But then when I did finish with Shine Musket cookies run, I was thinking to myself, you know what, let's just give Abyss Monarch cookies an attempt and see if it's possible to like go beyond the scores with Mocha Ray cookie and the Shine Musket cookie. Geez, why am so difficult to remembering the name of those two cookies? And speaking of difficult, this map here, stage 3-4, the Piñata Candy Kingdom, is one of, if not the hardest map in the entire Escape from the Oven, because that's the place where Escape from the Oven showed its truest color as one of, if not the most difficult map to run in Breakout mode. Apparently, now stage 4-1 is Witch Banquet Hall, and this stage has a very dramatic history in Escape from the Oven. You see, when Escape from the Oven was released for the very first time, this used to be the final stage before Creepy Kitchen is around and was introduced as the final stage of Escape from the Oven. So this was like the final one, and then they reduced the distance because obviously the last stage was supposed to be as long as possible. And when season 6 rework the second time comes around, this is the last stage to be removed from rotation, and instead there was a 4-1 which is called the Horrific Monster Farm. That's the stage where a bunch of monsters punching the obstacles from above. And now that got replaced with this one, and yeah, I do hope the next one is going to be Creepy Kitchen, which it is. And now we have finally arrived at the last stage in Escape from the Oven. This is Creepy Kitchen, and this is one of, if not the toughest stage in the entire CookieRunOvenBreak. And to illustrate to you just how tough this stage was, I'm going to talk about a bit about the Grand Championship League. So in essence, there was a time where one of the rounds, I think either it was round 4 or round 5, the map involves every single final stage of the every breakout map. So basically Creepy Kitchen, and then there's the Sons of Yakuka's final map, and also Sugar Tiara's final map. Yeah, this stage is basically that tough. If you can complete this stage without crashing, without falling, then you are a champion in the making. It's basically that tough. And what surprises me in that particular round, the map itself didn't get changed, as in every single obstacle is still the same, everything is still the same, and yeah, in this stage is just that tough, as I said earlier. And with that out of the way, there's nothing left that I wanted to say, because I have said pretty much everything that you need to know and catch up with Escape from the Oven. And this is Altroy Galcon signing it off, and I'll see you in the next video where either I'm going to put Patch Nowhere content or this CookieRunOvenBreak, but this time it's team fight. Yes, team fight, I haven't done that in a while, and especially the current version is completely different compared to the last time I covered team fight. Thank you so much for watching, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time. Oh yes, there's one very important rule that I forgot to mention. So you might have noticed the title is called Blackberry Cookies Escape from the Oven. And that is because the 10th cookie, the final cookie that you have to use in the run is Blackberry cookie. And this is the very first time that I show you the gameplay of this cookie with this super epic costume. I got this costume a couple of days ago, and before that I used to run a Blackberry cookie with the costume called Professor Paranormal 101. I think that's the... And if you use Blackberry cookie, well, you are forced by the game to use Blackberry cookie. But basically, if you use Blackberry cookie, you got double points basically. And with that out of the way, I'm just going to stay silent until the end of this video. Oh my, such so close but yet so far. 5.799 billion points. So let's look at where we ended up in the terms of leaderboard. So we are at top 1.5%. Not bad, but by the time I actually get the end results, I ended up as like top 2.1% of the world. But locally, I ended up somewhere around top 20 to top 60. So yeah, not bad at all.